checking out the shops. I came across a Passmaster square that I bought. When I got home, I found on the back of it that it was presented to Worshipful Brother Reverend B. Palmer Smith by the Brethren of Detotten Lodge number 2144 as a token of esteem and for services rendered as Worshipful Master 1979-1980. When I seen that, I thought, well, where's this lodge at? So, thank goodness for Google. Come to find out, it's in Cheshire, England. And I thought, well, how does this Passmaster Square make it all the way from Cheshire, England to Indiana? So I emailed the lodge. I thought it seemed fit to offer it back to the lodge if the brother was still with us. So he received his Passmaster Square that he obviously had lost at some point. And if he wasn't, well then, I thought it'd be just a good, nice token for the lodge to have back, a nice little story behind it. It came all the way from Indiana. I got an email last week and it didn't dawn on me. I read the email and I knew that this person emailing me said they were in Brownsburg, Indiana, and for some reason in my mind I thought it was a member from that lodge that's now in Indiana. I would like to get it back and return it to the lodge. It'd be a simple way of getting it back there. I'm giving my daughter a bath and it dawns on me the name on the email is the name on the back of the square. So, from what he's told me, he moved here in 1984 and as a reverend has moved, I think he said 8 times. He's had 8 different homes in the state since he's been here. And last time he remembers seeing this was in 1986 at the 100th year celebration of his lodge. So it's been quite some time, 31 years almost, since he's seen this. So like I said, I'd like to present that back to him, and I thought it'd be good for Masonic education tonight just to hear some of the differences from a different part of the world of what Freemasonry is like. So I am excited and honored to be able to return this back to you.
Thank you so very much.
And I appreciate you coming to speak with us tonight. Tried to polish it up, but I'm no silversmith, so did the best I could.
First thing I would want to say is a mammoth thank you to Scott for doing all the research of making sure that this now is in my hands after over 30 years. I really have no idea how I lost it. It could have been when I first came to the States in '84. Since it's in Indiana, I suspect it got lost on my last move, which was 8 years ago. But I do not know that because it's not been around since I was back in England. I came from England to the States rather naively thinking that I could transfer my lodge affiliation from English Freemasonry to American Freemasonry, and that was not the case. I brought with me a letter that I received from the Grand Lodge of England telling me that there were no lodges in this country that were acceptable to the Grand Lodge of England. That's the first difference. You are all not received by the Grand Lodge of England. And it tells me that if I want to join Masonry in America, I have to wait until I get here, because the Grand Lodge of England will have no communications with any Grand Lodge in the States. Because, as it says, Freemasonry in the USA is irregular. I don't know what they mean by irregular, other than the fact that I didn't join Freemasonry here. for the main reason that I had spent all my Freemasonry life in England. It took me about 10 or 12 years to get to the Master's chair. So I got 50 years of British Masonry in me, and transferring that to American Freemasonry I found was going to be most difficult. You, for instance, cannot even prove me. The words are so very different, and the whole ritual, therefore, is different. And so I've never joined a lodge, though I've visited many. And the only time I can visit legally is if there's somebody in the lodge who can prove me. And the last time that happened for me, there was somebody in the lodge who had joined Freemasonry in Canada, where the words are the same as they are in England, and therefore he could prove me. So tonight I'm here as your guest, and I appreciate that honour. I'm dressed as I would be if I were a visitor of my lodge back in England. Dark suit, black tie, white shirt. This is the way we show up for every lodge meeting, and even for rehearsals. So things are different, but it strikes me perhaps the best thing would be if you have any questions about what might be some differences, I'd be very happy to try and respond to them. But I will have been in Freemasonry, it will be 50 years come this October.